Hey YouTube, it's Ethers Dark and Light Child here. Today we're going to do a video on emotional intelligence and what it is. I want to thank, for starters, I want to thank my subscribers for subscribing to my channel and liking my channel. I started 2 weeks ago and I have 9 subscribers and I really appreciate you guys. If you're new coming to my channel, I would appreciate if you wouldn't mind liking the video and subscribing to the video. I play music in the background. I don't have copyrights to the music that I'm playing in the background. If you see me toying over here, it's the music that I'm playing with. I smoke in my video. I'm smoking sour and frosted cookies today. And what's another thing that I wanted to say? This is going to be a part 1. The next video is going to be a part 2, and it's going to tell you what emotional intelligence is not. But this video is going to tell you what it is. So let's jump in. For number one, acknowledging your emotions. Being able to acknowledge your emotions is mature. Being able to sit with yourself and understand what you're feeling and not running from what you're feeling is very mature. Number 2, naming your emotions. Be able to put a fingertip on what you're feeling and how you feel and why you feel this way. That's very mature. It's very emotionally mature. I will use the word mature. I can use the word intelligent. It's the same thing. It's interchangeable. So if you if you hear me saying this, don't get lost in what I'm telling you. Again, emotional intelligence and emotional maturity is the same thing. Number 3, being able to process your emotions is a very good thing to be able to do, because nowadays this is how people have relationships and they want to fight and they want to, like, what they call abuse and kill, or maybe unalive you. This is why. It's because a person has not been able to process their emotions. So it's very important to be able to process your emotions and understand your emotions. Number 4, questioning where your emotions come from. It's nothing wrong with questioning where your emotions come from. Being able to sit with yourself and say, hey, I'm feeling this way. And where is it coming from? To dig deep within yourself. There is nothing wrong with doing that. That's actually very mature. Controlling your response is another way of telling you that you have some emotional maturity, and that would be number 5. You don't have to respond to everything that someone says to you. A lot of times people try to drain your energy and try to pick at you to have you respond to them. You don't need to. You could just be comfortable within yourself and accept your emotions and just keep it within. It's okay. It's nothing wrong with that. Number 6, embracing being uncomfortable. A lot of times people don't want to sit with their emotions. They don't want to feel uncomfortable. It's very human. It's very human. It's nothing to run from. I don't know why people run from their emotions and they scared to process them. They scared to feel them. You know, well, I do understand. I'm going to make a video on that, actually. Just think of that. I do understand it, so I shouldn't say I don't understand it. In the future, I'm going to make a video on why people do this. And you have to understand this. When you embrace your emotions, whether you're uncomfortable with it or not, most likely it's the uncomfortability that you feel. You can learn and grow from that. You at a spot where you can really start to understand yourself and learn yourself in those situations where you feel uncomfortable. Don't run from it, run to it. Number 7, accepting that you are not your emotions. Your emotions don't make up who you are. You can feel a multitude of emotions in a matter of 10 minutes, especially females, because our emotions are always up and down. It's like a roller coaster, you know, it's never steady. Men are kind of steady normally. It spikes a little bit. But yeah, it's okay. It's okay to accept your emotions. It really is. People have to stop running from their emotions. This creates a lot of problems. Number 8, recognizing your triggers. A lot of people have triggers because they haven't healed their inner child, or things that they have been through in their past, and they get triggered. And when they get triggered, they react in a way that they normally didn't want to react, or they become sorry for reacting that way. When you recognize that you're being triggered, and you are emotionally intelligent or mature, you know how to deal with that. It's like, all right, I know you're triggering me. I know you're trying to get some energy from me, but I'm not going to give you what you want. And just let it roll off of you like a duck. But a lot of times people can't do that. They really cannot do that. The last and foremost one is taking responsibilities for your emotions and your reactions to them. Now, we are human. We're not perfect. You could be mature in your emotions and still behave in a way that you're really not proud of. You've been triggered and you came out of yourself. It's okay. You take responsibility for your emotions and your reactions and you move on. How you take responsibility for it? Say, for instance, somebody upset you and you lashed out on them, or you punched them in the face, or whatever you did. You say, yes, I did that, and this is why I did it, whether it's mature or immature. You embrace it one way or another. Why? Because it's you. You don't run from your emotions. You run to your emotions. Because when you run to your emotions, you're going to start to see that your relationships of all kind start to become very healthy and very productive. The next video, like I said, is going to be on how to tell a person is not emotionally intelligent or mature. Now, these signs that I gave you, you can easily use this with a person that you meet or know for a long time and start to understand why they're behaving and the ways they're behaving. Normally, it's from an immature state or a mature state. There's really no gray area with this. It's either you're mature or you're not. It's either you develop, or you're not. It's either you're emotionally stunted or you're not. So this is nothing to pinpoint and pick on a person and say, this is what you are. This video is for growth, for you to understand what's going on, to do some reflection, and to learn from it, one way or not. So I thank you again for spending some time with me. If you want to come back and see what it looks like or what signs there are to say a person is not emotionally mature, that's going to be the next video. So just come back and see the next video. Until then, take care. And if you're going to be real to anybody, be real to yourself. Later, YouTube.